Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is going to be the NBA DFS video for Wednesday, October 20th. And we're going to start off by looking at yesterday's results first of all. So unfortunately, the one star that was in my core picks was Russell Westbrook. He did not do well by any means last night. He played the minutes, but it was still the LeBron James show. He's still the main facilitator, the main ball handler, at least at this point in time. So going forward, maybe we stay off of Russell Westbrook, or, depending on his price, the next time the Lakers play, maybe we're a little bit over the field on him because everybody else is probably going to be off on him too. But he did not do very good all in all. $8,600 looking for 43 points out of him. He got 18.25, so not good by any means, so that one was a miss. Grayson Allen, $3,800 looking for 19 points out of him. Got to 29.5, so he was a hit. Kent Bazemore, he didn't do much either, honestly, and $3,600 looking for 18 points out of him. He got 11.5. Looked like he was doing all right for a little bit, then just didn't quite do anything else after that. Then a power forward, we had Giannis, $10,000. You need at least 50 points out of him. He got to 66, so he was a hit there as well. And then Bjelica for the Golden State Warriors. He was pretty freaking awesome yesterday. $3,400 looking for 17 points out of him. Got to 38.25, so that was a massive hit right there. So if you went with somebody that paid off more than Russell Westbrook, you probably did pretty well yesterday. But if you didn't, unfortunately, it just didn't work out for us yesterday. But, that's what NBA DFS is. You can have a bad day. You can come back and bounce right back the next day. Then on the FanDuel side, we had Russell Westbrook as well, $9,500 looking for like 48 points out of him. He got to 16, so that was a clear miss once again. Grayson Allen, $3,800 hit as well, 29.8 points on the FanDuel side. Joe Harris played the minutes, just didn't quite do much. Looking for about 22 points out of him at $4,300. 12.4 points is what he ended up with, so he was a miss. Giannis was a hit on the side as well, $11,000, got to 64.3. And then Nick Claxton was the guy that did pivot to center. No centers paid off at 5 times value yesterday on the FanDuel side anyways, besides unless you played Anthony Davis in that center spot, then he did, but nobody else that was a regular center did. Claxton was $4,600, 20.4 points, so he's a miss, but relative to the other players at the position, not really that bad of a miss overall. But now that we got that out of the way, we're going to take a look at the lineups and the injuries in play for tonight's slate. So I'm not going to go through each expected lineup like I did yesterday. I only did that because it was a 2-game slate. But we're going to talk about the injuries at least. So Kobe White's out for the Bulls. Cunningham, Livers, and Smith are all out. Obviously, the biggest one there is going to be Cade Cunningham. So Pistons team kind of looking like it did towards the end of last year overall. Then we got the Pacers, Karis LeVert, Martin, and Warren are all out once again. It seems like LeVert and Warren have been out for forever, it seems like. Brogdon, Holiday, and Lamb are all listed as game time decisions. We'll see who ends up playing out of that group. As always, I will list the starting lineups as they do become available down in the comments below. Bridges and Terry Rozier are both game time decisions for the Charlotte Hornets. Then we have the Boston Celtics. Al Horford's out, and Jaylen Brown is game time decision. I think he's going to play, but we'll just have to see on that one. Nerlens Noel looking like he's not going to play for the Knicks, so backup center position there. So Taj Gibson might get a little bit more run. He actually might get a decent bit of run too, because Mitchell Robinson, coming off all the injuries that he's been dealing with, he might be limited in terms of minutes. Or they might just play Julius Randle at the 5 a little bit more tonight as well. Washington Wizards are without Thomas Bryant, Rui Hachimura, and Winston as well, so keep an eye on that. Bradley Beal, game time decision. We'll see if he ends up playing or not. I believe he was another one of those COVID vaccination type of people cases, so I don't know if that's what's going on with him or if there's something else as well. Then we move over to the Raptors. Siakam and Watanabe are both out tonight. Chris Boucher is a game time decision. If Boucher does not play, Khem Birch, Precious Achiuwa looking a lot better tonight. Then we move down to the Philadelphia 76ers. Obviously, the biggest one being out is Ben Simmons, but also Shake Milton and Ryder are out as well. Zion is most notably out for the Pelicans, so Brandon Ingram looking pretty nice tonight. Then for the Houston Rockets, we got John Wall and Garrison Matthews both out, and then Daniel House is a game time decision. For the Timberwolves, Patrick Beverly is out. It looks like Noel and McLaughlin are both game time decisions as well. So if they both don't play, going to be a little bit thin at that backup guard position. So you could see some extra minutes for guys like Ricky Rubio and Malik Beasley. Then for the Cleveland Cavaliers, we got Dean Wade, game time decision, unlikely to play, and then Dylan Windler is out. So just a couple bench players, couple role players, nothing major there. Dylan Brooks is out for the Memphis Grizzlies, so we should see Desmond Bane in that starting lineup. Melton might get a couple extra minutes as well. Then it looks like the Orlando Magic have a ton of injuries. We got Michael Carter-Williams out, we got Fultz out, Jonathan Isaac, Etuan Moore, and Chumo Okeke. They're all 5 of them are out. Jalen Suggs is listed as a game-time decision. We'll see if he ends up playing, but he is likely to play at this point in time. If he does play, he's interesting, probably on both sides, honestly. And then for the San Antonio Spurs, they got Collins and Kayuk out in this game. And then it looks like Landale is a game-time decision. Don't know too much about him personally. Then the Oklahoma City Thunder are all the way healthy, apparently. Then on the Jazz side, we got Rudy Gay and Forrest both out in this game. It looks like Eric Paschall is a game-time decision, but likely to play. For the Denver Nuggets, Jamal Murray is the biggest one out. Then it looks like Green and Dozier are both game-time decisions, kind of questionable at this point in time. Michael Porter Jr., Nikolai Jokic, and Kankar are all game-time decisions, but likely to play. And then for the Phoenix Suns, it looks like Dario Saric is out. Then the Kings look to be all the way healthy, and it's just Tony Snell out for the Portland Trailblazers. So good little mix of injuries to start the season. Nothing like super major, but just taking a look at this slate overall, it should be a pretty good one. 11-game slate, always lots of options out there. And I think there's some guys that are very fairly priced and very underpriced on this slate at least. And I think it's going to be a great slate overall. But with that being said, we'll get over to the DraftKings side and talk about my picks. So at the point guard position, we got Jalen Green, $4,200. Rookie playing his first game, but he did play in the G League last year. I believe he was the leading scorer in the G League as well. Do not quote me on that off the top of my head, though. You know, obviously he was a high draft pick. $4,200 looking for 21 points out of him. He's going to be in that starting lineup. I have him projected for 30 points at this point in time. He is a play that I do assume will be very chalky, but I think he's worth it. And there's also Tyrese Maxey out there who's probably going to be even more popular, so maybe Jalen Green's a nice little pivot off of him. You could definitely play both as well. Then at that shooting guard position, I got Malik Beasley. $5,300 looking for 26, 27 points out of him. He averaged 31.5 last season. We'll see if he's in the starting lineup tonight or not, but I still have him projected for about 30, 32 minutes in this game. And gets me to about a 29-point projection for him overall, so he should definitely pay off at his price tag. Then at small forward, we got Scotty Barnes, who is another rookie this year, a very high draft pick. Pascal Siakam is not playing in this game. $3,400, looking for 17 points out of him. I have him projected for 26 minutes roughly in this game. He could definitely play more than that. And right now he's projected for about 24 points or so. So definitely paying off at that price tag. Then next up is Kyle Kuzma. $5,100, looking for 25, 26 points out of him. That's essentially what he averaged last year when he was playing on the Lakers. Now he's on the Washington Wizards. He's going to be one of their main point scorers on this team. And if Bradley Beal can't go, he gets a major, major bump up. But as of right now, I am projected for about 28, 29 points or so. And I think he's definitely a strong play today. It should be a pretty relatively paced up spot since the Wizards last year at least like to play fast. And I believe this Toronto team is going to play pretty fast this year as well. Then last but not least, probably one of the biggest misprices on this entire slate, Brandon Clark for $3,000. Yes, I know he's probably not going to start, but he's going to play at least 18 minutes in this game. $3,000, you only need 15 points out of him. I got him projected for at least 18 in this game, playing 18 minutes. If he ends up playing 20, 22 minutes, you're looking at a guy that could 7X very, very easily. So like I already said, there is a ton of great prices out there on this slate. Some other guys you could look at as Josh Giddey, too, another rookie that I do like quite a bit at $3,800 at that small forward position as well. But if you go with the 5 picks that I do have here already, you'll have $29,000 left over, just over $9,600 per player. So you can pay up for 3 studs after starting with these 5 players. But with that being said, I'll get moved over to the FanDuel side and talk about my picks over there as well. Briefly mentioned him on the DraftKings side, but I'm going to mention him on the FanDuel side. Tyrese Maxey, $4,600, likely the starting point guard for the Philadelphia 76ers. I have him projected for about 30, 32 minutes tonight, getting probably 29 to 30 points. Ben Simmons is not playing in this game. Shake Milton is not available for this game either. So it's going to be him and Seth Curry probably manning the point guard for the majority of the time tonight. Then at that shooting guard spot, we got Jeremy Lamb, $4,000, looking for about 20 points on him. Averaged almost 21 last season. Got him projected for about 23 points in this game. Should be in that starting lineup. He does have that game time decision listed next to him, but I believe he did play the last preseason game, and the injury came about before that, if I remember correctly. Then a small forward should be no surprise. Already like Malik Beasley on the DraftKings side. Now on the FanDuel side, he's even cheaper at $4,800. Looking for 24 points out of him. Averaged almost 30 on the season last year on the FanDuel side. And I got him projected, for 26, 27 points on the FanDuel side. So he's definitely in play. Definitely a very good value again tonight. Then we have another Philadelphia 76er in Tobias Harris, $7,200. Looking for about 36 points out of him. Averaged 37 on the season last year. Now there's no Ben Simmons for sure. I got him projected for 39, 40 points in this game. He's a very, very solid play at that power forward position. Then last but not least at that center position, I got Jonas Valanciunas, and he is $6,500. Obviously, he's playing with a new team in the New Orleans Pelicans. I do expect him to play quite a bit of minutes in this game. He might be one of their main scorers on offense because this team is not very good outside of Brandon Ingram without Zion Williamson on the floor. You know, he's a guy that's a double-double threat on any given night. Got him projected for about 36 points in this one. As long as he doesn't get in foul trouble playing against Joel Embiid, he should have a solid night. But if you go with these 5 players over on the FanDuel side, you'll have $32,900 left over, just over $8,200 per player. So definitely some room. You can probably put 3 studs in and then one other value play as well. But definitely going to be an interesting slate. Definitely excited for this bigger slate tonight. Once again, I probably wouldn't play like too much this first week or so until we really figure out kind of the rotations, who's going to be in the rotations for certain teams, how many minutes guys are playing. But it's definitely a great time to get exposure on some of these rookie players as well. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, October 20th. Hopefully you guys all enjoyed. If there's any updates to my core 5, I will leave them down in the comments below. I will pin that comment. Usually about a half hour before lock, I try to do that. Sometimes a little bit closer to lock. And then I will list any injuries and the starting lineup news as well down in the comments below. Supposedly, the NBA teams have to turn in their lineups 30 minutes before the start of the game. So that is super, super helpful for NBA DFS this year. And I will have that out as quickly as those are released. But with that being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports. And that's one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams, talking all the different football news. Definitely a lot of great content coming out today and throughout the week as well. And with that being said, if you are new or current subscribers yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. And like I've been saying, post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this one. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.